Good morning, members and friends of Calvary. Time for your video devotion of the week. Today it comes from Psalm 40, which is one of the Psalms of David. Many years ago, I would say about 13 or 14 years ago, we preached on this, and the thought remains, and it was a blessing. I thought we'd bring it back out for our devotion here. In verse number 5, David says this, "Many, O Lord my God, are thy wonderful works which thou hast done." And so he starts off by saying, God, you've done a lot of wonderful works. And of course, the Lord hath done great things for us, whereof we are glad. And then he goes on and he says, and thy thoughts which are to usward. They, the thoughts, cannot be reckoned up in order unto thee. If I would declare and speak of them, they are more than can be numbered. So David said, if I tried to count how many times God thinks about me, that number is too big. I can't count that high. It is more than can be numbered. So I did a little bit of research, and a Google is 100 zeros. A Googleplex is 1 with 100 zeros. That's a big number. That's big even for our government that deals with billions and trillions of dollars, and etc. And so David says that God thinks about us more than the largest number we could think of. So more than a 1 with 100 zeros, God thinks about us. And here's the correlation or the connection. First of all, what a blessing that God does so much for us. Second, what a blessing that he thinks so much about us. But could it be that there is a correlation between those two? That the reason why God does so much for us is because he thinks so much about us. And that there is a lesson that can be learned from him about our service to him. And that's we would be more likely to do more for him if we thought more about him. He's wonderful. Every thought we could think of about him is great. And if we'd spend some time on purpose just thinking about God today, it would help us to do more for God today, just because of how great he is. All of us like getting a text, like getting an email, like getting a little note from someone that we care about saying they're thinking about us, and it just makes us feel good. Today, if we would think about the Lord and revel in how much he thinks about us, no doubt it would help us to do more for him. He is worthy. He is worthy.